Football's huge in my life. I play Saturdays, play Monday nights indoor, I play Tuesday nights. Football's everything.
And everyone loves to play football, whether the players are playing for England or they're playing in the Premier League or non-league. Everybody starts as a kid and everyone does it for enjoyment.
Well, football is a national game. It's of great importance to the country. How the England team does, what's happening in the Premier League. Whenever there's a big story in football, it can make the front pages as well as the back pages.
I've been playing since I've been a young child. I dedicate a lot of time to it. It does take over your life. I wouldn't swap it for the world. I do enjoy it.
AFC Burton are a Hampshire-based grassroots football team. They train once a week and play matches on the weekend. All the players are required to contribute financially to keep the club alive. Richard Davies is responsible for running the club on a day-to-day basis.
Grassroots football is so important, certainly in a small village like Burton, where we've got close links with Burton Youth. We try to encourage the players as they're getting into their later teens to come and be part of our club. We've done that in previous years. We've still got guys that have played for Burton Youth and still playing for us now. So we train down here on the Astro pitch, and again, it's great facilities. We get a good turnout, as you can see, and that's part of the attraction for players coming to our club. Where we actually play is at Burton Recreation Ground. It's the clubhouse has been there for over 40 years. It's functionable, but it's not probably the most up-to-date facilities that we've got. We manage on a kind of shoestring budget, paying for pitches, the referees. It's all quite expensive, so it's hard to keep that going. On a match day, we have to set up all the pitch, so put up our own nets, put out the corner flags. We've got a crowd barrier that we have to put up as well as part of the Respect campaign. It's getting everything ready in the clubhouse as well, make sure the showers are switched on, the boilers. You welcome the team, the opposition team as they come in, and welcome the referee. It's all part of the kind of routine on match day.
Once everything is prepared for the match and the lads have got their kit on, there's still time for the AFC Burton players to go over some last-minute tactics before kick-off.
So Adam, you start at right back. Yeah. And then I think Sam. Yeah. Oh, hello. And then Dickie and Minnie. And I'm going to try and support. Controversial. So, because like I said, because of the numbers, Jordan's going to start on the right wing. Because of the numbers. It's not that good then. And Jake on the left.
Keeper, line, keep.
Hey boys, boss this middle, yeah? Try and get hold of it early. Get hold of it and boys. Goes the old boy. I'd like to see a lot more investment in pitches to make them a better standard. I'm sure if you go on in continental Europe, you see there the facilities are far better. They should be more subsidised as well, so we'd expect to see the governments to subsidise that. And again, that would make it more achievable for clubs to kind of last a lot longer, I think. And then I think that would encourage more youth players to come through as well. If they see there's longevity in the whole football setup, into adult level as well, I think that would only be a good thing for the game. I think the bigger clubs could certainly help and filter some of that money down. You've seen the big recently in the news with the Sky deal there. Surely that has to go down into that grassroots level. Otherwise, we're not going to attract the younger guys into men's football.
After a hard-fought game and a few contentious decisions, AFC Burton lose the game by 2-1.
Yeah, unfortunately the pitch here gets flooded pretty easily, so we haven't actually played here for about 6 weeks. Like home games just keep getting called off, but yeah, it gets real boggy after a while. You do want there to be the facilities available for like 10, 11-year-olds to get into it. I should be able to play it on the best facilities.
There needs to be more. This is why England is so far behind any other country. Spain put so much money into 10, 11-year-olds, and look what happened to them. So yeah, I think it's very important. It all needs to come through grassroots. The kids aren't excited enough to play football anymore. There's not enough teams going around for young kids to play in. So yeah, I think grassroots is more important.
A lot of work is going in at youth football now. The FA have changed the way it's structured, so less competition. Change of formats from 7 to 9 to 11-a-side. There's going to be a few years before we see the benefit of that. But generally the good players will kind of get to the top.
And if you're lucky enough to be one of those top players, you may find yourself training here for AFC Bournemouth. The club are on the brink of securing promotion to the Premier League, the highest division in English football. Promotion would mean big money to the Seaside club, as they'd find themselves in for a slice of the new £5.14 billion TV rights deal. AFC Bournemouths Youth Team have access to their own fully equipped gym, a large team of qualified coaches, and FIFA-certified 3G artificial pitches. Carl Fletcher, ex-Premier League footballer and youth team manager, has high hopes for the youngsters.
We're a Cat 3 academy, so we do all ages. I think we even start at under 7s, which is like the pre-academy, which is under 7 and 8s, and then go all the way from under 9s up to the scholars here, which are 16 to 18. So we're very lucky. We've got some good staff in place, and we're just trying to work hard to get the kids in so they enjoy the football and try and get them to progress into the professional game. But I think it's also important that if they don't make it here, then we try and give them enough stuff that they can learn and build on and experiences so they can try and make a career somewhere else, whether it be at Bournemouth or in the leagues or non-league. So it's, I think that's important for us as well.
The players are put through their paces in a series of exercises designed to improve their agility, speed, strength and skill.
If you can get the kids playing on good flat surfaces, you know what I mean, throughout the year, so you have to look, the 3G, 4G pitches, they're fantastic, you can use them all year round. And if you want players to do certain things, to be able to pass the ball and be able to control it properly, then I think it will definitely help in the long run. I think if you can have a good surface, I think it definitely helps. I think that's the one biggest thing that's probably the problem for all the younger age groups of football, not just in Bournemouth and Poole, but in the whole of the country really. I mean, obviously, I think when it dwindles down through the leagues and obviously into non-league and obviously, like you say, real grassroots for the kids and stuff, I think that's where the issue lies. We get a lot of cancelled games even at our level during the winter months, because the pitches just aren't up to scratch and we get a bit of rain and they're called off, so we can not play a game for 4 or 5 weeks. And if you could get funding for a lot more of these pitches, I think in Holland they have, they're kind of all over the place, in the local areas for people to play on all the time. In England and in the areas, you've got fields and public playing areas, but they're not kept, they're not clean, they're not safe probably for kids to go out and play football, which is a real disappointment, and it's obviously going to put people off.
Leisure isn't a statutory service in this country, whereas it is in other countries. If you go to like Holland, there can be some fantastic facilities because it's it's like something that they have to pay for, whereas over here for local authorities actually leisure they've got some of the things they've got to fund. They don't have to do leisure, it's a nice to do, and some local authorities see the benefit of it, but it's a challenge where they're having to make cuts, and that's a difficult one for the Premier League to solve when there's so many cuts going into the public sector. There's not a simple solution, but if you want to play in a decent environment with decent facilities, then it does have to come to a cost because local authorities can't afford to subsidise it anymore.
Bournemouth-based grassroots football team Muscliff FC play their last ever match today. Having struggled for funding all season, the team are unable to afford the £60 a week it costs to rent the pitch from the council.
Facilities, they are terrible. They are really bad. This is probably one of the best pitches that you're playing in Bournemouth, and also the best facilities, and that's saying something. We don't have hot running water in the shower. Some of the times the lights don't work. The codes get changed regularly to get into the changing room, and we're not made aware of them, so sometimes we're not even able to get in them. The boys are resorted to getting changed on the side of the pitch because they know that's the easiest thing to do. We are going to fold off today. It's not sustainable. We're running at a loss. My mum collects the money, and today we've only just collected enough money off the kids to pay the referee, let alone the pitch, and we started the season with a £400 investment as advertisement as well, so it's really difficult. If you look at something crazy, if Bournemouth get to the Premier League and they finish last next year, they'll take £99 million. That is just an incredible amount of money. When it comes to grassroots football, 10-minute drive from the Bournemouth Stadium, the buzz around football, this town has never been like this before. It's fantastic, but it's dying here. It's getting better there, and it's dying here.
In typical Sunday League style, it's a scrappy affair between the two teams. It's evident that emotions are running high for both players and parents. and after a couple of bad challenges, Muscliff FC find themselves a man down. Following the red card, Muscliff struggled to get back into the match and eventually lose 1-0, denying them a win in their last ever game.
I honestly can't imagine the last time they've put any money into this. Well, here at Muscliff Park, like the only thing they do is
they paint
spray
the lines.
Yeah,
they
that's
paint
it.
the lines. They're new.
There's no other money that's ever gone into it that I've seen. There's 2 pitches here. That means there's 4 teams playing at a time. There's only 2 changing rooms, so that means you've got to have 2 teams in each change rooms. No showers work, so we don't even use them. We just get changed on the pitch, and we always have done. To be fair, we've never used them. It's just a room. There's no facilities in there, is there? If we've got good facilities, like all kids, 1,000 kids around the country playing good football, then the national team's going to be a lot better because we're going to have a lot more people coming through that are talented and have the facilities and the opportunities to actually become good at football and play for England.
There's so much that needs to change. Whether it happen or not, I think it's down to the FA more than the council, because they're the ones in charge of these teams. I pay £97 to go watch Arsenal Manchester United. As long as they're counting that money that's coming in and the council get what they want, they're happy.
So how does that make you feel? Does it make you feel angry?
Shocking, and it reverts back to when my son's ready to play. I really worry about the state that it's going to be in, and I'm so passionate about football and would love for him to be the same, but he'll find interest in something else if this dies, and that's obviously down to him, but I'd love for him to play football and enjoy it how I have.